Hey everybody, what is going on? Here we are, broadcasting from Such a Voice, along with our good friends over at Learning Ally. I'm just going to introduce everybody that we have on the call with us today. Um, First, we have our own lovely Jolene Dirks. Jolene, our marketing and career advisory coach. How you doing, Jolene?
I'm doing well. Thanks, Ben.
Awesome, so good to have you. And we have Michael and Paula from Learning Ally. How are you guys doing?
Very
Hey,
good.
thanks for having us, Ben.
Welcome. Glad to have you guys and glad to work with you guys. And also Justin and Lisa. So Justin is one of the amazing beneficiaries of what Learning Ally does, the audiobooks that they create. And Justin, you won an award recently, right?
Yep.
Cool. We'll get to that. We'll talk about that in a bit.
Okay. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Awesome. So let's go ahead and get started and jump into the good stuff. So I guess first, I just want to share a brief message about why I'm so compelled to bring Learning Ally and bring Learning Ally into the Such a Voice family and the sphere here. So I was actually actively looking for a way that Such a Voice can give back. We've had a lot of success as a company lately, and I'm just so proud of how everything's going, our team and the success that our students are having out there, and things have just really come along nicely. And it just felt like the right time to really find a mission that we can align with. And man, I can't believe what a good match it is. I just feel like this is a match made in heaven to be able to work with a company who specifically works with voiceover talent in a way that gives back. And they're creating audiobooks for, actually, I'll let you guys talk about exactly what the mission is, but you guys are creating audiobooks, and there's this incredible opportunity for the students that go through our program to volunteer and get some incredible experience. So before I blabber on for too long, I'm going to introduce you guys to Jolene Dirks. Jolene is our marketing and career advisory specialist at Such a Voice. And it's because of Jolene that we're all here today. It was Jolene's recommendation that we consider working with Learning Ally. So Jolene, do you want to share with us a little bit about your history with Learning Ally and why you recommended them to me?
Definitely. And thank you so much for having me here. I can't even tell you how excited I am about this partnership between our Such a Voice family and Learning Ally. I mean, really, this partnership, it's going to be the way for all of us to give back using our own unique skills as voice actors. And Learning Ally is an organization that I've stood behind for quite a few years now. The majority of our students and the majority of our alumni know that I'm a retired teacher. And in the very beginning of my career, for about half of my teaching career, I was a special ed teacher. I worked with acoustically handicapped students, hearing impaired students and deaf students, and I worked with visually impaired students. And I have to tell you, I spent the majority of my personal time, the majority of my personal life recording textbooks and novels for my blind students, just so that they could be more successful and succeed with all of their learning and academic needs. And I wish so much that I had known, or that Learning Ally had been available to my students at that time, because I can't even imagine what world it would have opened up to them. But once I retired, I became familiar with Learning Ally. It wasn't until I retired that I became familiar. So I actually started volunteering once a week at one of the Learning Ally studios that used to be in Denver, Colorado. And so they really took me on a nice journey of learning how to mark up books, learning how to direct and record other volunteers, and then actually volunteering to do my own narrating of, I don't know why, they always gave me the college textbooks for nursing students. They always gave me those medical terminology. But it was a great experience for me, and it gave me really kind of a purpose once I retired. Now, those doors did close. All of those doors closed for the Learning Ally studios. But though those doors closed, it really did open up the opportunity for so many other people to get involved and volunteer with Learning Ally through their own home recording studios. So again, that's why I'm so excited to be here. And Ben asked me for this recommendation for Learning Ally, and I did not hesitate. It was the first thing I thought of that would be a great partnership for Suchavoice and our Suchavoice family and our students. So thank you, Ben, and thank you, Learning Ally, for joining in with us.
Awesome.
Thank you.
That was great. Thanks,
So
Joe.
cool. Thanks for sharing your story, Jolene. I love it. And it's actually Learning Ally really created a bridge into voiceover for you. And then you had she went through the Suchavoice program, had wild success, and now here she is teaching and giving back in many other ways. So thanks for that, Jolene.
My pleasure. Thanks.
Awesome. Well, I want to introduce you guys to Michael and Paula, who are you guys are like the engine behind Learning Ally, making it all happen. So I really appreciate what you guys do. And I'm excited for you to have an opportunity to share a little bit more about what Learning Ally is all about. So Paula, you want to take it away?
Sure. Thanks so much. I can't just stop smiling just listening to you guys and listening to, how perfect this partnership is. It's hard to find, obviously, for us as well, a company that just have the perfect, kind of like ingredient to partner with us. So thank you so much. I'm just going to share my screen really quick and let me know if you guys can see this. Hold on one second. Yes. So just wanted to introduce Learning Ally quickly and give you more information and more details. So we are a non-for-profit organization, education and technology non-for-profit, and we create solutions for struggling learners. And those solutions, obviously, and I wanted to kind of give you some numbers and some statistics, will help constantly a lot of people around the country with different struggles, right? So let me give you some statistics for you to have an idea of the impact that we can create together. So 20% of students with learning disabilities drop out of high school. Only 14% of people who are blind or visually impaired earn college degrees. 60% of students with learning disabilities participate in risk behaviors such as substance abuse. And this one is very interesting. 70% of the US prison population have been diagnosed or show signs of learning disabilities. So just to jump into our mission and what drives us. So we enable schools and parents to support their struggling readers and build a strong foundation for independent, engaged learners who are empowered to achieve socially, emotionally, and academically, regardless of their learning difference, right? So why audiobooks? And this is when we connect really well with Suchavoice. Our volunteer, human, right, narrated audiobooks are produced and packaged to be delivered to our Learning Ally reading application that can be downloaded in any device, providing students with a reading disability the ability to listen and to learn and comprehend using our voice to text technology. So pretty much transforming their lives. So I'm going to introduce here Mike Kinsey, who is our lead recruiter of volunteers, and he can tell you more about that.
Thanks, Paula. As Paula said, I work with narrators and volunteers like yourself that come on board and help us when you can. The one thing I wanted to mention that Jolene brought up is the student tie-in, and also having Justin on the call as well. And then knowing that Suchavoice has students where we're all kind of juggling students and learning, and where we all benefit from one another when we're going on this journey. So it's not just as if we're asking you to do something that we're not going to be there to help you do. And it's just interesting to know that we have new students coming in through Suchavoice that we are going to help propel them through their journey into voiceover work. So it's really a kind of a neat fit and just a powerful fit, I think. So thank you for allowing us to get together. Jolene, I feel what you're saying about the textbooks. I'm very disappointed that we didn't get you recording some really good classics, but it is what it is, and we're going to get that going soon with all of our Such a Voice helps. So thank you for coming on board, and you'll hear and see a lot of me coming up.
Great. Thanks so much, Mike.
Thank you.
So I'm going to go into more detail about our program. So if you see the green box there. So the first one is obviously our audiobook membership, which is an annual subscription. And we have more than 80,000 titles for kids and individuals to read. And the interesting thing is like our audiobook solution has books that are the textbooks that we were mentioning, but also the books that kids really love to read, right? The Harry Potter, the Percy Jackson, all those books that they really want to read, and the ones that pretty much give them that love for reading, right? So that is our first solution. The second one, it's our K-12 reading program, which is a program that we have created for students to compete and win prizes. And this is more for our kind of like younger readers. They love participating, and we just complete our reading games this year. And the interesting thing is that students read over 12 million pages over a period of 7 weeks. So it's definitely something that it's amazing, and they are kind of like competing and making sure they win, and it's very motivating.
And I think real quick with that point, I think a lot of the reasons why they're reading so much and listening so much is because of the voices that we're now introducing to our content. That speaks volumes to how much content is being read, because if it is the right voice and those headphones go on the kids and that their ears are singing and buzzing and feeling good, they're going to listen to the whole book. They're not going to put it down. They're not going to say, what am I doing? And to Justin's point about the book that he loved, Lord of the Flies, that's a book that I know very well by an artist that I've worked with for years. So these are where all this stuff ties back into each other, and the help that we get from narrators is just wonderful, and it shows by having 12 million pages read.
Absolutely. So the third program is our College Success Program, which provides students who are blind or visually impaired the tools that they need to be more independent. And actually, it's very interesting because 72% of our college student success members have found full-time employment coming out of higher education. So that's definitely impactful. And then the last one is our National Achievement Award Scholarship. We call it our NAA program. And each year we award 3 high school seniors with learning differences and 3 blind or visually impaired college students Kosh Awards for demonstrating their highest standard for performance and also their involvement with their local communities. So I wanted to introduce Justin, who's actually one of our 2018 NAA winner. He's here to share his experience with Learning Ally and also his mom.
Give it up for Justin.
So here we have Justin. So I'm just gonna stop sharing so you can see Justin closer.
You guys are on.
Well, thank you guys. Hello, everybody. Well, I started using Learning Ally back in my freshman year of high school. And before Learning Ally, it was really hard to keep up with my English in my reading assignments. But when I learned about Learning Ally, I used the little discs back when they had the discs and the audio recordings on the disc. But then in sophomore year, I learned about the mobile app, which then I was able to download the books off of the internet and be able to fully use Learning Ally. And it really helped me to really take advantage of Learning Ally and really use it in my studies. It helped me really keep up with my literature assignments, and it really helped me keep up with my reading assignments for school. And I also was able to get the textbooks for science and English, and that really helped out a lot, helped me a ton. And what I really like the most about Learning Ally is the fact that they have the human narrated audiobooks. They really have actual humans read the books to you, and it makes me feel like Learning Ally really cares about me personally on a personal level. And it reminds me of when my mom would read books to me as a kid. Now, as you mentioned earlier, my favorite book on Learning Ally is Lord of the Flies, and I think it's a really exciting book. And through Learning Ally, it really unlocked a new world of books and learning and reading, and made reading finally fun. for me, and also sparked my interest in consuming and telling more stories. You know, but Learning Ally didn't only change my school life, but also helped me, you know, increase my self-confidence. It taught me that it's okay to be a ear reader and to learn through listening. And it also helped me to learn more about myself and my dyslexia. And it helped me to explain my dyslexia to my friends. And now I'm able to laugh at myself with them. And Learning Ally also is helping me now and into the future because, like they mentioned earlier, they gave me a scholarship, the NNA award, or the NAA award, my bad. You know, I was very surprised and very honored that they gave me this award.
Dyslexia, right?
Yeah.
It's important to be able to laugh about it, right?
You know, I've been using that money that they gave me to further my studies in art. I'm currently taking online art classes, and I'm also using that money for art supplies for those classes. And going into the future, I plan to finish my art school, and I also plan to be a graphic novel artist into the future and be able to tell those stories that I enjoy so much to others and be able to entertain people through my stories.
And you know what we'll do, Justin? We'll get one of our greatest narrators, probably Dave Fenoy, and have him record your graphic novel.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Boom.
Yeah. Hey, Justin, can we get a look at some of your beautiful art behind you by any chance?
Can you see it?
Not quite.
Or that way.
There you go. Now talk a little bit on your side, Justin,
Very
so
nice.
it brings us back to the full camera.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry, what did you say?
Oh, we're good now. That's
Okay, they're good. Go ahead, good. Focus back that way.
Very nice.
It's great.
And for me, I'm proud mama. Try not to get emotional because we have come a long way to see him now and what he has accomplished from where we started at. My life was consumed with my child, reading to him online, doing research, trying to figure ways outside the box to help him. So it's you know, to say that Learning Ally has been a godsend is an understatement. We learned about Learning Ally through, they were having a special education seminar. And this young man, Will Marsh, we just were having a conversation and he's the one that told us about Learning Ally, and our lives have changed since then. To see him develop his own independence, like he said, at first there was a little disc and they had these big clunky cassettes that he had to bring home and play the tapes, and it was awkward. But after they put it on the on his phone, and all the time he had those earplugs in his ears, and where most kids are there just listening to the music, he's listening to his books. And to see him express that joy of reading and to be able to enjoy it, that's another thing that was just eye-opening and game changer for both of us. Learning Ally, when you had the spotlight on dyslexia, and Ben Foss did the presentation explaining to us that there are eye readers, hand readers, and ear readers, and that none was better or worse than the other. It's just the way you learn, and it's okay. And once we realized that it was okay, he just took off. He just took off. And for me, you know, people say like time is one of our most valuable assets. And of course, we invest time in our children. We do what needs to be done. But sometimes, you know, it's said that you could lose yourself in your relationships. Even parents who have children with special needs, we lose ourselves in our children because everything becomes about them. But after Learning Ally, I had to rediscover who I was, and I had time. And it's like, what am I going to do with all this time now? So I began to, I'm like, you know what? There was this cooking series I wanted to do. I took a cooking class. I started to do things for me.
I was wondering if you started listening to a lot of audiobooks from Learning Ally.
Oh yeah, well yes, I did used to order some books for myself too, because I got my own personal membership independent of his.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah. So it's, you know, I could never say enough about it. So the fact that you guys are partnering up and providing more individuals who are going to provide voices for these kids to help inspire them and keep them engaged in learning. Love it.
Thanks so much, Lisa. This was definitely so deep and important for us to listen. I'm just gonna go back and share my screen just to show you one last piece of information. And it's our, I wanted to introduce our fundraising campaign, which is called Building Books for Student Success. And pretty much what we want to do with all these fundraising campaign is to help more people like Justin, right? Right now, we're impacting more than 375,000 students around the country. So it's not small. So a book that you record or a donation will impact a lot of people around the country. We're supporting more than 62,000 educators. So teachers' lives is just easier because of solutions like Learning Ally audiobook. And also we're right now in more than 15,000 schools around the country. So we're definitely making a difference, and we definitely need more funding in order for us to keep providing the services that we provide, in order for us to keep recording the books that they need and creating solutions for the struggling learners. So Ben, if you want to say something.
You got it. Well, first thing I just want to say is, wow, Lisa and Justin, thank you so much for sharing. I mean, it's stories like that I mean, I had goosebumps listening to that story, you know, and it's just like, that is what makes me so excited to be working with you guys and to be helping with what you guys are trying to accomplish out there. It's a beautiful, beautiful mission, and I'm proud to be a part of it. So you guys, it's, from what I understand, how many audiobooks have you created? Is it 80,000?
80,000 titles we have right now, yes. That's
incredible. And from some of our prior conversations, it sounded like the goal is to double that number. Is that right?
And that's why we, you know, every year, and in this particular year, we're fundraising, we're trying to raise $100,000.
Mm-hmm. So I'm excited about that because, you know, as somebody who loves to learn and fill my mind with whatever I possibly can to just learn and grow, I can't read books like that either. I'm listening to the audiobooks all day long, you know, and it's really, I just really relate to Justin and you know, similar stories, because I couldn't read nearly the volume of what I read without audiobooks. And to be able to bring that ability to learn to kids in school where, you know, all they have is textbooks, it's really huge. So I think this is a beautiful campaign, and this is really where we're going to begin our partnership with Learning Ally, because in order for you guys to be able to support creating for doubling your library, obviously you need the funds to be able to do that. So what we've done on our end is Learning Ally has set up a team page for Suchavoice. And the link's right there. And I believe Sky will be popping that in the Facebook comments as well. So the idea is you can donate to any of the Suchavoice staff's fundraising page. We're all kind of getting our own fundraising started here. And what Suchavoice is gonna do is for our top 3 fundraisers, we're going to match up to $1,000 for our top 3 fundraisers. So up to $3,000 total we'll be matching from donations that you guys put in. And then I believe Learning Ally has another big push in addition to that. So do you guys want to share what that looks like?
So thank you so much. And first, you know, Ben, I really want to thank you for that as well, because that definitely shows commitment on your side. Right now, we're at 40K. Right now, we have raised $40,000, and we have an anonymous donor who is willing to match. When we get into the 50 mark, he's going to donate $20,000. So we're gonna be able, to make it to 70 pretty soon with your support as well.
That's amazing. So basically, if we get another $7,000 or so in, and then Suchavoice kicks in $3,000, we're going from $40,000 to $70,000.
Exactly.
That's amazing, and that's really exciting because we're getting really close to that goal. And so the Suchavoice campaign, we're going to keep it open until May 1st. And yeah, I want to really encourage you guys, if you're moved to be a part of this incredible mission, I want to encourage you to donate what you can. Anything helps, you know. So, and we understand everybody's got their own budgets and things like that. So whatever you can do, it just really, really means a lot. This is a cause that I'm personally just really thrilled to be a part of, and to see the impact that it makes on people like Justin, it just makes it all totally worthwhile. And I know I've seen on your website how many countless stories there are just like Justin. So yeah, so with that, I want to just encourage you to go ahead and click that link and donate. And also, we're going to be reaching out to you guys soon about volunteer opportunities. You know, those will be opening up very, very soon, and I'm really excited for what that means for you guys. We wanted to start with the fundraising because in order to be able to support all of that audiobook creation, obviously a nonprofit like Learning Ally needs to be supported in order to do that. So with that, does anybody else have any thoughts before we go?
The only thing I wanted to say real quick, Ben, is that you said the campaign on your end would end on May 1st.
That's right. That's what we set up. As yeah. Yeah. So thank you guys for being here. Thank you, Lisa and Justin, for joining us. Jolene, Paula and Michael, thank you for all that you guys do. Again, I'm privileged to be able to help and support in this great mission, and I hope you guys are able to too. So thanks for listening, and we'll be in touch soon with how you can get involved in other ways too. All right.
Thanks so much.
Have a good night, everybody.
All right.